Welcome everybody for the Odoo market analysis for Ontario. As many of you guys know, my name is Kaleem Khan. I'm one of the partnership and alliance team leads here, oftentimes working with new partners, helping them understand the ecosystem, the mechanics of the Odoo partnership, and helping them build a successful Odoo business. And with me, I have my colleague Vivek.
Thank you, Kaleem. My name is Vivek Rodricks. I'm here on the Partnership and Alliance team as well. My job is to introduce the partnership program to new prospective clients, help you get started, and help with initial projects.
Yep.
You can find our contact information on the slide right here, and feel free to scan that QR code and book a meeting directly on my calendar.
Yep. Feel free to book it on my calendar too. I don't mind either.
All right. So today we are going to analyze the market of Ontario, Canada. So what we're going to start with is talking about the opportunities that are available in Ontario right now. We're going to pivot to a market analysis showing our past performance and future trends in Ontario. We're going to talk about the opportunity that this creates for our potential partners. And we're going to go to a specific case study talking about one of our gold partners that is based out of Ontario, Canada.
Got some special stuff for you guys. So before we take a deeper dive into understanding Odoo, the partnership, and even that successful story, we need to understand the ERP market first, specifically for North America. Now, North America accounts for about 1/3 of the global ERP market. So it's a huge sector. We should definitely try to focus our businesses here. And one thing about North America is we're estimated to cross over $40 billion in 2030 for this ERP market. On average, we're seeing about 9.5% growth year over year, and 75% of this market will be SaaS. And there's a few beauties here, not only for Odoo, but for partners interested in joining the North American market. North America has always been the leader in adoption of cloud, which makes it very easy to push Odoo because it can also be deployed on the cloud as well as on-premise. On top of that, North America has a very mature ecosystem of partners and software vendors here. And lastly, North America has some of the largest concentrations of not only large enterprise clients, but small to medium-sized businesses, which plays very well for a software like Odoo, as Vivek will go ahead and explain what Odoo is all about.
All right. So Odoo is an all-in-one business management software. We prioritize being beautiful, easy to use, and importantly, coming in at a highly competitive price point in order to provide an excellent value to our clients. So here's what we do at Odoo. Our goal is to take standalone software and replace it with an all-in-one solution to help our clients realize a couple of very tangible benefits. When you're working with standalone software, it tends to be disjointed, clunky, and expensive. When we replace that with an all-in-one solution such as Odoo, our customers find an increase in operational efficiency and a reduction in expenses as a result of this transition.
And If many of you guys don't know, Odoo pretty much can meet all your business needs. Out of the box, we have over 75 plus modules ranging from everything from sales to manufacturing, finance, marketing, productivity, and even customization tools. So as we like to say, we have an app for every need. So from there, let's go over the business opportunities for Ontario.
All right. So here's the opportunity that the market of Ontario presents for Odoo as well as for our partners. The big picture is that Ontario is the crown jewel of the Canadian market, holding the country's largest concentration of small to medium sized businesses. Right now, the market is highly diverse, with services, manufacturing, and retail completely fragmented. There's no single legacy ERP dominating the space, leaving it wide open for us. With Odoo, you get frictionless selling with out-of-the-box localization, natively supporting a full English and French bilingual language. This advantage instantly kills the two biggest objections that Ontario prospects have when evaluating a new ERP. There's no custom translation or tax configuration needed. In terms of the numbers, we have a massive reach in the province of Ontario, with over 400,000 small businesses representing 38% of Canada's SMB base. We also see a large percentage of larger businesses, with Ontario companies employing 40% of the country's private workforce. This translates to larger user counts and higher contract values. Ontario also has deep pockets. Backed by nearly 1.2 trillion GDP, these clients have the budget and immediate need to modernize. So, in Ontario, the market is huge, the clients have the budget, and our software is already localized for them. Let's partner up and start capturing this market together.
Let's do it. Now let's go into a deeper dive into Ontario, where we're going to go ahead and evaluate a market analysis. And we're going to do this in a few ways. We're first going to look at the industries with the highest interest in Odoo, and we're going to measure that by our generated leads in the Odoo CRM. We are then going to compare that to industries with the highest actual adoption. We're going to measure that by active subscriptions. And then lastly, I want to look at industries with the highest growth. These are industries that are increasingly searching for Odoo. So let's get started with the leads and understanding who our top people are, or industries are. So we can see right now on the screen our top 5 industries with the most generated leads. And topping the chart is going to be wholesale and retail. And it's no surprise, wholesale and retail has been a huge market for not only Canada, but also in the US. Now, in Ontario specifically, we're generating almost 1 in 4 leads for wholesales and retails. So it's a very key industry and a very critical structure for the Ontario market. From there, we go to number 2, which will be construction and renovation, roughly about 14.4%. So this is, again, a second key industry with an active market for people looking at Odoo. And oftentimes they can benefit from Odoo's inventory management, project management, even accounting for helping with construction and renovation. Number 3, no surprise, manufacturing and maintenance. Ontario is a manufacturing hub, and we also see manufacturing industries be very common across all the other market analysis we've done thus far. And no difference here, it's roughly about 1 in every 10 leads that Odoo generates. Number 4 most generated leads are going to be in the IT, communication, and marketing sector, roughly about 7.4%. And then lastly, to cap off our top 5, we have finance, legal, and insurance being roughly 6.9%, a rising background player in demand. So from there, let's now take a look at where we actually close deals. We understand where people are interested, which industries are interested. Let's see where we actually close some deals.
Absolutely. So as we can see, wholesale and retail represent a pretty similar percentage of closed business. So we can set that as the baseline. We have about 1 in 4 leads coming in with the wholesale and retail sector. We're also seeing about 1 in 4 subscriptions in the wholesale and retail sector. Where we see an increase in win rate is going to be manufacturing and maintenance, as well as IT, communication, and marketing. Manufacturing and maintenance, less than 10% of the total leads, represent nearly 20% of closed business. Similarly, with IT, communication, and marketing, they have about 7% of the leads, but result in about 14% of closed business. When we look at an industry such as construction and renovation, this presents an opportunity for specialized partners, since lead volume is significant at around 15%, but conversion rate is lower than other sectors. This presents an opportunity for partners who want to specialize specifically in this industry and capture some more of that business.
Yep. And to visually represent what Vivek just said, let's take a look at a gap analysis from our most generated leads and our total subscriptions. As Vivek was mentioning, wholesale retail is a very rock solid market. It is equivalent to, again, about 1 in 4 leads and almost 1 in 4 subscriptions we close. So if that is an industry that you actually have focus in or are looking to focus on, you are good to go there. Similarly, manufacturing. Like I've mentioned plenty of times, manufacturing is a huge sector in Odoo. We can see here that it is equivalent to about 1 in 10 leads that we generate, but about 1 in 5 subscriptions we actually close. So the beauty behind this is it gives a partner the opportunity to market themselves as a manufacturing expert. Clearly, we can see that we are able to close those types of clients, but maybe we need help generating more leads and more attraction there. That's where you guys can come in. Thirdly, we see IT communication. Again, another pretty rock solid market to be in for Ontario. And similar to manufacturing, this is where someone like you who maybe wants to focus on marketing themselves as a specialist in IT or communication or marketing firms can take advantage here, because clearly we can see that they are able to close in this sector. From there, construction and renovation is something interesting here. We see a good amount of interest here, about 14.4%, but you see a drop in actual subscriptions. Now, when I look at this data, to me, what does it show? It shows that maybe we need partners that can be more specialized and focused with knowledge in construction and renovation. Think about a partner who has implemented construction and renovation projects in the past from other softwares, or maybe they built out different integrations that can be helpful or useful for the construction renovation. Those types of partners can help close that gap here, because we know that we can generate interest, but we struggle on closing. That's where you as that partner can come in and fill that void for Odoo. From there, we can see that finance, legal, and insurance kind of are in a similar boat. We are generating about 6.9% of our leads in this sector, but that is not even part of our top 5. So again, maybe you are a partner that has expertise in finance, legal, insurance. Maybe if you've built some sort of module on top of Odoo that can be really beneficial for clients in that sector, you can really take advantage of this market and be that could be essentially your niche. And then lastly, food, hospitality, tourism. We don't even see that become part of our top 5 most generated leads, but clearly we are able to close those. So very similar to manufacturing, this could be a place where you as a partner can advertise yourself, maybe an expert in tourism, expert in hospitality. There's a ton of industries or businesses in that specific industry that we can take advantage of. So in summary, let's go ahead and double down on wholesale, retail, manufacturing, IT, communication markets, because that is a very safe space to be. For new partners and even existing partners, you guys could focus on building or covering this gap that we see for finance, legal, and insurance. And then for a lot of new partners, again, the food, hospitality, tourism industry is a sleeper market. There are a lot of clients that definitely can benefit from Odoo, as we can see here. We just need your help obtaining them.
All right. Next, we're going to be looking at some of the growing industries. We're going to pivot from looking at the current subscriptions and how leads turn into subscriptions, and we're going to look at the industries that are growing at the fastest rates.
Yep.
All right. So, this is direct data from our own Odoo CRM. This is analyzing actual inbound leads generated between 2025 and 2026. It shows exactly where the market demand is surging right now. So at the very top, we can see the top growth drivers in government with 133% year-over-year growth. This is our absolute fastest growing sector. Public sector and municipal entities are rapidly modernizing legacy systems.
Yep.
Another industry that's growing more than double year over year is agriculture. They're investing heavily in digital supply chains and inventory tracking. Finally, at the near doubling segment, science and technology. These businesses are turning to Odoo to handle complex operational workflows and strict compliance. In terms of a few other industries that are doing very well, mining and quarrying shows a 92% year-over-year growth, with their interest focused on productive operations. And finally, we see manufacturing and maintenance on all three of these slides. It's a huge, mature market showing steady yet massive year-over-year growth. This remains our bread and butter for high user count ERP implementations. So if you're deciding where to focus your marketing and sales efforts, these 5 sectors are screaming for modern software. Let's align your outreach strategy with this momentum to capture the highest yielding accounts.
Yep. And for agriculture, that's a whole lot of maple syrup. Now let's go ahead and understand how Ontario is growing in Odoo. So right now you're going to see that on the left side of your screen, the numbers in Ontario. So evaluating strictly the years 2020 through 2025, Odoo had a total of 758 separate clients in our software. Now, roughly half of them also came in 2025. And again, Vivek, this has been something that I've noticed as a consistent trend. 2025 was a huge year for Odoo. And right now, I'm expecting 2026 to be even larger. More and more people are realizing the power of Odoo, and we're seeing that on our graphs. And then thirdly, looking at the average annual growth rate for Ontario specifically, we're looking at about 73.9% growth year over year. Now on the right hand, you can see an actual graph pulled from data in Odoo, where we can see this exponential growth line where essentially from 2022 and onwards, you really see this really high growth rate in Odoo. And even evaluating the year 2020 to 2025, we've saw over 1100% growth. Again, Ontario is a huge market that it's consistently growing year over year, and we're expecting it to go even further beyond as the years to come. Now we understand the market on Ontario. Let's also understand the opportunity to become a partner and understanding the partnership program here at Odoo.
Yes, so here's where our partners come in. We need partners to market Odoo, to personalize Odoo, and to implement Odoo for your clients. So this can look like a business consulting practice. We work with accounting advisors. We work heavily with hardware, infrastructure, and network providers. We really need custom software developers. Odoo presents an open source platform that you can tailor to suit your clients' needs, and we need partners in order to provide these services to our clients. Finally, on the implementation side, we're looking for software implementers as well as marketing agencies to build brand awareness as well as implement Odoo for our growing demand.
Yep. And let's also understand how Odoo will support you as a partner. Number one, we will go ahead and provide commercial and functional support. So every official partner here at Odoo gets a account manager that will help provide them and helping building new marketing strategies, obtaining new clients, helping with sales cycles. But then you also get access to our functional experts for pre-sale support, anything to help close businesses. Number two, we focus very heavily on training. We have two types of training models at Odoo. One is a self-taught method, which you can take into account on yourself. But the second one is an instructor-led training model, which I always recommend, called RPLO. Both models are there to help ensure that you can get the knowledge you need to help implement and be an expert in Odoo. Number three, access to Odoo SH. Odoo SH is not only a hosting option from Odoo, but it's actually a platform. And we give you as a partner access to Odoo SH to help build sandbox and test out different functionality. We also give you commission off of Odoo SH if clients end up going with that as their hosting option. Number four, we help you get access to business opportunities. Not only are you able to leverage Odoo's brand assets, work with our marketing experts to build a go-to-market strategy, but we can even supplement that by providing some leads over to our partners. And then lastly, monetization and growth strategies. In Odoo, you are not only able to bill for your implementation and services, but you are able to obtain commissions directly from Odoo for every single license that is sold. And as I mentioned, hosting. And a lot of this is recurring revenue. So as long as the client remains or renews your subscription in Odoo, you will get paid out in terms of commissions. So now Vivek's going to go ahead and help break us down a little bit more about the commission structures that we have in Odoo.
All right. So here's a little bit of information how to monetize a partnership with Odoo. It tends to be a very important factor for all of our partners, so we like to lay this out very simply and with a great detail. So, on the commission side, all of our partners are going to start at the 10% ready partner commission. Once we meet certain sales goals, we can move up to 15 and 20% commissions on Odoo licenses. On our Odoo SH platform, this is a hosting and development platform often chosen by our clients for its reliability, scalability, and ease of use. When you're the partner, you're going to be getting a 50% commission at all partner levels on the Odoo SH hosting that your clients are using. Where you make your bread and butter is going to be in implementation, development, support, and other ancillary services. You keep 100% of your revenue in between the partner and the client. Our average rates we see in the Canadian market are typically ranging from $160 to $300 per hour. Finally, Odoo provides the opportunity for our partners to host their custom developments directly on our Odoo App Store. We'll take care of the billing for a 30% cut, and you keep 70% of the revenue.
Yep. And oftentimes partners are able to make their full ROI within their first project in Odoo. Now from there, let's take a deeper dive into what it actually takes to become a partner. And essentially there's two steps. There is an annual membership fee for partners for all the services we will go ahead and provide. That is about 5,800 Canadian. And with that, we also want all our partners to at least obtain one certification, which each certification costs about 360 CAD. So once you're able to fulfill both of those check marks, you can essentially become a partner. And then from there, you will be starting as a ready partner in Odoo, an official partner in Odoo. And you have the ability to increase from a ready to a silver to a gold partner status by meeting our KPIs. Meaning, once you hit the 75 user annually threshold, you now become a silver partner as long as you guys can also get 3 people certified in Odoo. From there, you can close 300 users and get 6 people certified in Odoo, and you can now become a gold partner. And with that comes extra commissions and extra visibility on our website. Now, I like to always strategize and talk about strategic partnerships. Now, when it comes to the training aspect of Odoo, like I mentioned earlier, we do have a self-paced e-learning platform to help you get trained up. But my recommendation is always to take the PLO. It's instructor-led. It can be a course that we do as short as 2 weeks, but we can even extend it to 7 weeks. And it gives you all the tools you need to implement your first project successfully. Functional knowledge, implementation knowledge, and even understanding of advanced configurations. And why is the first project being implemented successfully so crucial? That ends up becoming your stepping stool to obtain more clients and using them as a reference. So, functional expertise and understanding how to implement Odoo correctly is very, very crucial to be successful in this ecosystem. From there, understanding how Odoo markets and all the commercial benefits you get. Odoo spends millions of dollars annually on marketing, and you as a partner can ride that coattail by also using our brand assets on your own website to also market yourself. We even have go-to-market strategy building with your partner manager and give you access to our marketing experts so we can ensure that we can have you guys be successful right out the gate. Now, when it comes to monetization, we mentioned there's anywhere from 10 to 20% commission from the licenses. And as you start building up your client profile in Odoo, that commission starts to become a sizable chunk of revenue. As I mentioned, it's reoccurring revenue. So as long as your clients are happy and continuing to renew their subscription in Odoo, you will get commissions payout from that. And in the Canadian market, on average, I've seen about 160 CAD being kind of the average or the standard. But obviously, from there, we can bundle maybe additional services like our integrations and developments, or maybe our consulting hours to give clients a much more full service package. And we can even charge a little bit more for that premium experience. And then again, essentially from there, to become a partner, we have our two requirements again, but get in touch with one of the partnership advisors here at Odoo. We can always build out a custom package and even provide some additional discounts to ensure we have the lowest cost to enter our partnership, but are able to get the highest return on our investment. And now I want to talk about a success story. And this one is actually a little bit more special to me. I have a personal relationship with this partner as I used to manage them. I used to be a strategic account manager here at Odoo for a year, and I work with this partner specifically. And there's a lot of amazing things I learned from this partner. So for you guys, this partner actually joined our ecosystem in 2018. And one great thing about this partner is they focus on industries that align with their expertise. Retail, manufacturing, but they also focused on building a stronger Odoo. Example being, they were one of the first partners to build Canadian payroll. They've built tons of POS integrations, and they focus on building a stronger Odoo solution instead of giving clients a system that is disconnected. They also brought in over 1,500 users and have 7 certified individuals with over a 95% retention rate. And I can speak on this retention rate because oftentimes I would be in those conversations with clients and also be following up with them. One of the critical things about this partner is they always focus on doing the right thing, ensuring that best practices were always met, and also transparency was always there to give the client the overall best experience in Odoo. And they were very successful with their model. Just in the past 12 months, they generated over 180,000 CAD. And that is a whole lot of ROI to overcome the partnership fees or any other expenses they had. And another beauty about this partner is their openness and willingness to work with Odoo, which I think was one of their keys to success. They're always willing to sponsor our business shows, join us at trade shows, work with their account manager to strategize and optimize every single opportunity they had. So a great success story in Ontario and specifically Toronto. Now, from there, I also want to talk about a customer case. And this was actually one of their clients that they implemented. Now, the client that we are looking at was in the sporting good industry, and they had a few challenges. They had premium apparel sold across Shopify, retail, and wholesale. They had inventory mismatches across their channels. There was a lot of manual reporting and reconciliation, which is a pain, and they had limited visibility into their stocks and sale. And this partner came in and provided the solution with Odoo, where we not only provided an integration with Shopify, but we also integrated SPS for ADI and helping their back offices get unified in one Odoo instance. From there, single inventory layer across every channel. So they knew exactly or how they knew exactly how their inventory was running. They also were able to streamline their order to cash workflows and centralize reporting and dashboards. And a lot of the benefits that came from this were real-time inventory accuracy, manual reconciliation elimination. We were able to coordinate retail, e-commerce, and wholesale on one platform and provide them a very reliable view of their business so they could make educated decisions to scale their business forward. So this was a pretty cool client that we got to work with, and till this day, they're very happy and successful in Odoo. Now, hopefully, you guys are excited about this. And if you guys are ready to become a partner and take your business to the next level, remember that you can always reach out to us in the chat and even get access to our links and book some time with us to discuss a business model for you. Here are going to be our contact information. You can go ahead and definitely contact us via email, phone number, or you can scan both of our QR codes and actually schedule a meeting directly with us and taking from there. And then lastly, I do want to mention an event coming up in San Francisco. It's one of our largest events for North America called Odoo Experience America. It will take place in San Francisco on September 2nd and 3rd and be located at Pier 27. And this is going to be our second time we do it in San Francisco, and last year was a blast. We had hundreds of talks helping us understand certain aspects of Odoo and even the newest version of Odoo. And we had tons and tons of partners and clients come to join that event. So please do join us for this amazing experience. Additionally, I do want to mention that we will also have a live Odoo session talking about services or professional services industries and having a Q&A. That will take place on July 22nd from 11 to 12 p.m. PST. So please feel free to look at that link in the chat as well. And one more thing I actually forgot, a little special thing for anybody in Ontario. We are actually hosting 2 business shows this week in Ontario. Today will actually be in Hamilton, and on Thursday we are having a business show in Toronto. Both links to those pages will be found in the link below. Please feel free to join them. You get a great way to meet not only Odoo, but partners and clients, and also see Odoo in action.
Well, thank you very much for attending our webinar this morning, learning a little bit more about the current market in Ontario. We look forward to connecting with every one of the attendees and continuing our conversation.
Yep. Take care, guys, and we look forward to working with you guys in the future.